Hey everybody, how's it going? We're back here in that old time cave doing a little content for you on a Friday. That's right, here live now on location, as Mr. Bob the Lantern Guy would say, on location, downtown Thousand Oaks. You know, I've been thinking about him a lot, and I've been watching his old videos. Well, he doesn't make any new ones, sadly, because, well, he passed on in 2020. No, not of COVID. It was actually other complications. He had cancer and other health issues. So yeah, he lived quite the life. He did. He lived it his way, and we can all take a lesson from that, I guess. He was in several accidents. I think he did motor racing and stuff like that. So he was, you know, in the 70s, 80s, he was definitely very active in the motorsport field. I don't know all the details, but he did show me some pictures and tell me some stories. So he was definitely a bionic man of sorts. Anyways, yeah, we miss him. He was a character, and he had a heart of gold. He really did. And I was honored to be able to make that one video with him and have a pipe and a smoke and, you know, talk about the fun old stuff. Anyways, we are going to be sharing some stuff today. Now, it's a little warm out here. It's not terribly too warm, but it's still warm. It's about 82 degrees now, which is a little too warm to light a lantern, I think. But we're going to share something that I'm going to be working on this afternoon, and hopefully be having it ready for a late night burn of sorts. So we shall see. All right, so sit back, grab a beverage or a pipe or whatever you like, and enjoy this video coming at you. So we're going to light up my old Dunhill. I have it out here with me now, and I got my early morning pipe, even though it's early afternoon now. Still going to have some EMP because there's no laws against it. Just laws against matches that refuse to strike. These things, I tell you. I see sparks and it still doesn't ignite the match head? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, sir. Very nice. I like this. The English blend that early morning pipe is. It's really nice. A delicately flavored smoking mixture. Does it say what's in it? Let's see. Smoking Orient tobaccos and light red Virginians. First pressed and then gently tossed or roasted with Latakia. Yeah, it's a medium cut English. Dunhill really did a good blend. They really had some fine stuff, and the early morning pipe is a favorite. My mixture 965, that's a favorite. Their London mixture is really nice. I like that too. And their Royal Yacht is really nice. But most of these tins, if you find them in tobacco stores, when you find a tobacco store and they carry fine tobacco or pipe tobacco for that matter, they're actually pushing $30 a tin now. But if you go online, they're definitely a lot more affordable. I think they're around $14, $15 a tin. I think I packed this a little too snug. Anyways, it's a nice Friday. We're finally out of the barbaric heat and temperatures that we've had over the Labor Day weekend, which is now almost 2 weeks ago. Yeah, crazy that. We're now at the middle point of September. That's nuts. It's hard to think that September was days away and we were enjoying Labor Day weekend in late August, and now we are now in the middle of the month. Well, my brother is going to be having a birthday here soon. I got to figure out what I want to give him. He deserves something. He's been very generous to my wife and I, and I really appreciate that. Anyways, I'll give it some thought. I don't think he wants a lantern, no. He's not into them. I think he appreciates them, but he's not into old lanterns. But he does follow the channel, so maybe he would. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to bring up something that I've been working on and I didn't share with you. I know, shame on me. Shame on me for not sharing this with you guys before. But I got it on Thursday. Was it Thursday? No, correction. It was Wednesday. Yes, I got it on Wednesday. And, you know, I had a little bit of free extra time, so I came out here and started working on it. Now, I unboxed it and I start cleaning it. It was in pretty rough shape. It's still a little rough, but it might be salvageable. It might be salvageable. I might be able to get it to burn correctly, which we will make another video when we do get it to burn correctly, and I'll share it. But this is what I got on Wednesday. This is the Winfield Standard, circa 1890s. Yeah. So it says Standard on the back of the fountain there. You see that? You see that? I know it's a little dark in here. Let me see if I can brighten this light. There you go. See that a little better? I think so. Anyway, it's a Stanford. Or Standard. Stanford. No, that's not a Stanford. It's a Standard. I have a friend named Stanford. This is the WMCO, which is the Winfield Manufacturing Company. And this thing is a really cool lantern. Now, how do you lift the globe? How does it work? I'll show you. I really am a fan of this lift style. Now, you know me and my high-lows. I love the Dietz high-low because it's simplistic, simple, straightforward design, ease of handling and lighting and all that. This is a little special. It has a little loop down here. See? And you push that up, and it just stays. And these wires, you're supposed to stay. The first time it's ever done that on me. Anyways, you have these wires, and they're mounted inside the air tube. See, they're kind of spring loaded. So, and they're part of the globe guard. So they're hinged, and so when you push this up, they stick, and they stay. Anyway, so there you go. And then you want to lower it and just push it back down and you're good to go. So this is 1890s era. I'm not sure exactly where it falls in the 90s. It's probably right around mid to late 90s, I'm assuming. The crinkle tube design, I think, came around that point, maybe a little earlier. But it's only on the inside track of the air tubes. It's not completely around the corners on the outside. It's only on the inside. You have a little crinkle tube action there. And I believe that's because there was other patents that were had by other manufacturers that had a patent on actual crinkled tubes. So these are just textured. They're just crimped to look like that, while other ones, such as this banner, has actual accordion air tubes. See that? See that? See how that looks? They're all around, and it's actually metal that's like, you know, crimped together to look like that, or corrugated, or they're actually shoved, I think, or pushed or pressured. You choose the terminology that fits that best. But anyways, so yeah, this one couldn't. It's just stamped into the inside design of the air tube, and then it's two pieces, and it's soldered on the outside. So the two pieces are soldered. This does have a dent in the tube, which might affect the burn. I did try burning this after I cleaned it up, and it burns poorly. Yes, it does. And I got my BBs out and tried to clear the airways, which could have been blocked, could have had a clog of some sort, but they all seem to rattle around there okay. That still means nothing. They could be taking out cobwebs that will, you know, not slow down a rattling BB. So it could have done some help. But I lit it, and I noticed that if I played around with the glow plate, then I got a little better burn. So the glow plate is actually pretty tweaked. It's kind of wavy. It's been through a lot, and it needs to be adjusted and straightened. So I will have to do that today, and maybe it will affect the burn, and we'll be happier. I did clean out the fount. It seems to hold oil. There's a subtle leak, so subtle that it only makes the underside of the fount a little damp, so it sweats a little bit. So I'll probably use some Seal-All or whatever and get that all taken care of. But with that being said, we will see. anyway, it's still a cool lantern. It has a nice rugged look. It was very rusty, and I scrubbed it all down with my WD-40 treatment, and it came out actually pretty nice. It has a really cool patina. I know, I hate that word. It's overdone. Thank you, Antique Roadshow. Yeah. So look at it. It does lean back a little bit, and the globe plate kind of slopes down like a gangster's hat, you know. But yeah, we're going to get this thing fixed and make it right and enjoy it, hopefully tonight. So we'll see. So that's that. Now, the Winfield is awesome. I love the Winfield. But here's a sneak peek of what I'm going to share with you guys next video. Hopefully when it's complete. But I won something on eBay. I know. It's my kryptonite. I can't help it. And I do have 2 lanterns for sale. So check them out on my Facebook. I put them on the Antique Lantern Collectors group. So check those out. Okay, I have 2 blizzards, one streamline and one early 1910 era blizzard with a correct globe if you wish, or you could pay a little less and get a regular unmarked globe for it. But they're all turnkey lanterns. They're ready to go, ready to burn. All I have to do is receive some money from you and ship it to your destination. So with that being said, check out the Facebook groups and take a look at what I got up there. All right, cool. Now, what I got is a very special little lantern, and I've wanted one of these for a long time. These are not easy to find. This little guy, I'm washed out now. Let me adjust the brightness again since that's better. Okay. Now I don't look like I'm in a nuclear blast. I was blending in with my t-shirt. It's terrible. Anyways, I know I'm white. Come on. So this little guy, you're like, well, heck, is that a hot blast or a cold blast or what? Well, the funny thing is, it's neither. It's actually a hybrid of both. This is what they call a warm blast. And this has patent dates that go up to about September 28th. September 28th, 1886. You see the list of patents on the bottom there? You see those? Yeah. Crazy, huh? Pretty early. I want to say this is brass nickel plated. It is nickel plated, I can tell that, but I believe it is brass underneath, which is better because steel or tin could definitely pit. And there's some thin spots where I see some brass shining through, and this thing it's remarkable. I'm not going to lie, this thing is absolutely remarkable. It's a very hard to find lantern. Well, I mean, they do turn up. They made plenty of them. But a lantern like this from the 80s, from the late 80s, yeah, these were really fun little handheld, practical lanterns. And they were very pretty because they're plated. So brand new, this would have had a beautiful luster like chrome finish to it. But this thing's complete. It has, I believe, the correct burner and also has the fuel cap. It is missing the globe. Now the globe that came with it is actually this one. Okay, it's a Rayo Pony bullseye globe. Now I wish I had more bullseye globes because I don't. And it's sad that this has got a crack in it. But it's actually, it feels smooth on the outside, and you can feel a little bit on the inside. You know, it might not be cracked, it might just be an imperfection, but it does look like a crack. But I don't feel it. It's completely smooth on the inside and outside. It might be a flaw. But anyways, it's still cool. But it's the wrong globe for this lantern. It kind of fit, but it needs to have a neck and a lip, like a hot blast style. So, yeah, these globes didn't come out until the turn of the century. Anyways, well, they had bullseye globes earlier, but they were No. 0 size hot blast, and yeah. So with that being said, I am going to be receiving a globe I'm buying from a collector, which is the correct proper globe for one of these, and it's actually marked Waterbury Tubular. So this would be called the Waterbury Tubular, made by the J.H. Stone Company, I believe. There's no maker mark on it. It's not branded at all. So I think a couple companies, small independent companies, were making these I believe J.H. Stone was one of the primary ones that did this little stamping detail up at the top. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that pretty? It really is. It's very delicate. It's a really nice design, and I like how the bale is mounted to the chimney, which is really not a chimney. It's just a chamber of air. There's actually a little hole. Yeah, see, there's a little draft hole up here for the warm air to circulate, and so it's essentially a hot blast because there's no exit points for hot air to leave like on a cold blast. But it's just got a really cool little air chamber thing going on up here with the traditional tubes. I have not fired it. I don't have a proper globe for it. Now, a number 0.0 globe, like in that Rayo 17, it kind of fits. It's not the best fit, but it does seem to fit well enough where I could burn it. But I'm going to wait for the right globe, and I'm going to be getting it hopefully next week. So with that being said, we will hold off on burning this. I just wanted to give you a sneak peek at what's happening. No, I'm going to say I am on the fence if I'm going to polish it or not. I think I'm going to leave it just as is for the time being because, well, you know, polishing would look nice. It'd brighten up the nickel, but also there's some thin spots where the brass is showing through. And that will take away some of the finish, some of the plating, and then you'll have more brass. So it won't be very uniform. So I might just leave it as it is. And it's beautiful. I love the age on it. I'm not going to lie. It's a really nice, handsome lantern. And I'm sure it holds fuel. And I'm sure it's going to burn just fine. The cone is really nice. The cone is really actually pretty in good shape. You know, you'd think with the heat and everything that would be less conditioned. But actually, it's in really nice shape. You can see where the match has darkened that part of the glow plate. This thing has been fired often over its course of its years. It's traveled through history. But yeah, J.H. Stone, everybody. Cool little lantern. Can't wait to get the proper globe for it, which is going to happen. So that's going to be a prime little piece in the collection. I've wanted one of those for a while, and they've always went for a lot of money. Yes, they did. They always went for some substantial money. I think the least expensive one I saw, I think it was in 2020, went for $180. And they were going for more than that before the pandemic. So they are definitely in demand. They are definitely collectible. People do like them. They're not that common, so when they do pop up, they do attract some attention. I got very fortunate at that, and it was a funny little story real quick before I wrap up this video. I was watching, it was at $18. Last Sunday, I was watching this thing zero out. Okay, it was down to 5 minutes, and it was only at $18.50. And I'm like, well, Jesus, am I going to fetch this thing for under $20? This is crazy. Well, I had a proxy bid set up that was going to, you know, come down at the wire. But it went up to $20. No, excuse me, it went up to $18. No, it went up to $19, then $19.50, then $20, then $20.50, then $21, and then $21.50, and it just kept going back and forth, up and up and up and up, all the way to $77 was where my bid hit. And that's what I snagged it for. So I disclosed the price I paid. I usually don't, but I'm very proud of that. I'm actually very surprised that it wasn't bidded up. But I guess certain key players totally missed it because it was mislisted. It was listed under a Rayo because of the globe. Since this was the only thing that had any manufacturer make on it, they thought it was a Rayo lantern. They didn't know what they had. And that's okay. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm very happy with it, and I love it. It's a great piece, and it's going to be enjoyed, and will be burning in the near future. All right, friends. Well, thanks again for joining me, and continuing to subscribe and follow the channel. I do deeply appreciate it. I really do. And I try and answer your questions, and I try to be interactive with my subscribers. So if you guys have questions, absolutely leave a comment, and I will try and do my best and follow those comments and offer my advice when I can. And some of you guys have asked how to purchase a lantern if you're not on Facebook or whatever. If you have a lantern that you're interested in that I mentioned on the channel, I did leave my email that is connected to this YouTube channel. And you can email me with questions, and I can email you pictures of whatever, and we can discuss prices and stuff like that. Okay, thanks again for watching. We'll see you again probably Wednesday. All right, take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.